Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, Sorry I haven't been around in the last little while. Um, since the last video I made, the Leafs lost to Vancouver 6-3, and then they beat Winnipeg 5-3 and 4-1. And there's lots to talk about. Coming off those two games with Vancouver, uh, there's lots of questions around the Leafs goaltending and you know, Campbell and Hutch. Campbell and Rich didn't look all that great. And they're letting in some really bad goals, and they let the team down because the Leafs played well against Vancouver. It's not like they played bad. They scored power play goals, they scored shorthanded goals, and did a lot of good things, but the goaltending, the goaltenders refused to make simple saves. So that's how those two games went. But luckily, Campbell's been better the last two games, and 8 games before the season ends, with 8 games to go, the Toronto Maple Leafs put out a disclaimer, and they said, whichever way you want to play. You want to play the skill game in Edmonton? We shut them down 3 games in a row. You want to play the tough game? Winnipeg, we got you. So the Leafs have put out a statement to the North Division saying, how do you want to play? Like, really, how do you want to play? It doesn't matter which way you want to play, because we could do it any which way you like it. You want to play the big tough, hey, we want to run you out of the stadium? And the Leafs fought back, and Winnipeg just turtled, got on the mics, and started making 1,000,001 excuses. They're dirty. They're doing this. They're doing that. Did you see what Andrew Kopp did to Tavares in front of the net? When he put his stick sideways and into his face and cross-checked him into the net? And they want to say that we're the dirty team? That's just a bunch of crybabies in Winnipeg. They got their asses handed to them, and the Leafs served notice. You want to play the Edmonton way? You want to play the Winnipeg way? It doesn't matter. We are the best in this division. We got a versatile lineup that can play any which way you want. So guess what? The Leafs walked out of Winnipeg after 2 games, and
that was easy.
Exactly. And above all that, yesterday in practice, Freddy Anderson is on the ice for a full 90-minute practice, and then he does a media availability?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
He's the money. Freddy Anderson is getting healthy at the right time, and thank God for that. Leafs need 2 good options in the playoffs. They need both Campbell, and they need Freddy Anderson healthy and ready to go. And hopefully Freddy gets a game or 2 before the season ends, and we can be rest assured that regardless of what happens, if one goalie or the other, whoever starts the playoffs, if one falters, we have a good option in the backup. And, if we end up, if we face Winnipeg in the first round, well, guess what? The Leafs are
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
that sums it up. Blake Wheeler is going into the corner in game 2, and Rasmus Sandin says,
Finish him.
And Blake Wheeler after the game was like,
It's over 9,000!
his energy level's over 9,000. Rasmus Sandin, the power play quarterback the Leafs never knew they needed. Take Riley off the first power play. This kid is playing with poise. He's reverse checking some of the toughest guys in the NHL. Blake Wheeler did not see that coming. I didn't see that coming, but that was something else. This guy has barely played hockey this season. I mean, injury after injury. And he comes off the broken foot. He plays a couple of games with the Marlies. And he just steps right into the lineup with the Leafs at a time of the season where play is ramping up. People are ramping up. That those 2 games in Winnipeg were pretty much playoff hockey. And Rasmus Sandin steps in and says, yeah, no big deal. And just plays a poised game. He's carrying the puck all over the place. That that pass from Nylander to Tavares, and Tavares puts a puck in the net. On that play, something very simple happened. Sandin got the puck, he skated up ice, and he saw that if he just positioned himself a little bit differently, there's a wide open William Nylander going up the wing. And he just takes a couple of steps and he repositions himself on the ice, and all of a sudden that pass to Nylander is just a simple forehand pass tape to tape. And all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1, and Nylander makes a beautiful pass to Tavares, and Tavares goes top corner on Hellebuck. It just I mean, it was such a great game. I mean, Rasmus Sandin looked like he's a veteran defenseman of 1,000 games. And Nikolai Ehlers goes into the corner with Jake Muzzin on a harmless play, and
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
and then all of a sudden Ehlers is out for the rest of the year. Whew. Winnipeg is reeling. And then they play Edmonton last night and got lit up. I think the Leafs broke the Winnipeg Jets, to be honest with you. I think they're going to go into the playoffs in a huge slump. They didn't see the Leafs coming, and they didn't see Joe Thornton coming. They didn't see Joe Thornton coming. They didn't see Adam Brooks coming. They didn't see Rasmus Sandin coming. I mean, it's craziness. It's absolute pandemonium how good the Leafs looked. And the most important points in the season, so those 3 games in Edmonton, these 2 games in Winnipeg, you can see it. The Leafs said, it's time to step up, it's time to play some playoff hockey, and we're going to show these guys what we can do. And that's a great sign. That is a great, great sign. The Leafs stepped up and just made it look so easy. Just Sheldon Keefe. Well, listen. When you're looking at the way Edmonton and the way Connor McDavid has scored against teams in the North Division this year, and disproportionately against the Senators and the Winnipeg Jets and the Canucks, there's 2 teams that have really held Connor McDavid to a minimum, and that's the Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. But the Montreal Canadiens with Julian, not so much with Ducharme. So there's only 2 good coaches that understand what game planning and matchups are about. The other coaches in the North Division don't have a clue that you just shut down the one person you can beat Edmonton. I mean, Sheldon Keefe is sitting in his office, just evil laughing it up. Evil laughing it up. It's going to be so easy for the Leafs in the playoffs. They got shutdown centermen like Riley Nash. They got Adam Brooks, who's playing great with two guys. Adam Brooks steps in with two veterans of over 1,000 games. You got Spezza, you got Thornton. All of a sudden, Brooks just steps in, and that line is scoring. Joel Thornton could have had goals in 2 consecutive games. So, listen, everything is peachy hunky dory in Leafs land right now. The Leafs have put themselves up on Winnipeg 8 points. Winnipeg's not going to catch nobody. Oilers aren't going to catch nobody. The Leafs are going to win this division. They're clearly the best team in Canada. And the smoking gun could be Frederik Andersen being healthy and rested. When's the last time Freddie Andersen was rested for the playoff? For a nice long playoff run. Freddie Andersen's going to be like game 1 of the playoffs.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And he's going to take over. The Leafs playing the defense that they're playing, scoring the goals that they're playing. Just the Leafs are clicking on all cylinders. They have clicked it into playoff mode. Joe Thornton said, hey, I'm going to go into that gear, and you guys are welcome to come with me. And Wayne Simmons is all in. I'm loving what the Leafs are doing right now. Down the stretch, hopefully Freddie can get a couple of games in and be ready for the playoffs, and we're good to go. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's a shame that I couldn't make videos for the past couple of days. I wasn't feeling all that great. Not COVID related, but I wasn't feeling good, but now I'm better, so I get to share this excitement with you guys. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling. The Leafs are clicking on all cylinders to me. They're firing. Leafs are going to come start the playoffs, and it's just going to be like mowing them down. Mowing them down. So, yeah. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm loving what the Leafs are doing. We got a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Saturday this week. Which I believe is going to be Montreal Canadiens on Wednesday and Montreal Canadiens and Vancouver Wednesday, Thursday. That is correct. And then Vancouver again. And then 3 games with Montreal, and then in Ottawa, and then Winnipeg to end it off. Loving it. We're almost there. It's almost go time. Let's go Leafs. Playoffs, baby. I'm excited. I'm excited. Guess who's going to win the Maurice Rocket Richard this year? Woohoo! Austin Matthews clicking. Clicking this year. All right, everybody. I guess I'll see you guys on Thursday or Friday. Stay safe.